Hey everybody, welcome to Treya Tarot. This is the collective reading for Thursday, August 1st, 2024. All right, I'm going to use the Wandering Moon Tarot, which is by Moonhouse Studios. I'm forgetting the author's name at the moment, but I will put that in the description box. If you like my style, please like, subscribe, and comment, and ring the notification bell if you'd like to be notified when I put up new videos. I'm just going to cut the deck. I've already shuffled. I'm going to cut the deck and get started. Let's see what today's message is. Eight of Wands. I've pulled death 3 days in a row, so it's really interesting. But the transformation, however you want to say it, seems to come in based almost completely on fast movement towards your passionate purpose or goal. Six of Moons, Six of Cups is how I'm reading that. Just like yesterday, pulling the Six of Cups at the end, which I did say I felt like it had something to do with today's reading ahead of time, which clearly it does. But there's this transformation causing a return to our innocence on some level. So it may be that it's returning us to people who made us feel hopeful, or situations that made us feel hopeful, or it's this sort of reconnection with something about our past selves that heals the heartbreaks of adulthood. That's how it's coming through. That Three of Swords, obviously, the silver lining behind the heartbreak. It implies a heartbreak, but it also implies that there's a lesson to be learned or something that you're able to glean from that circumstance that was useful, helpful, profound, etc. The Seven of Swords, deceit, deception, disarming the enemy, strength, understanding all of your aspects and having the emotional intelligence to steer through your baser instincts, I guess is the best way to say it. The Fool, taking that leap of faith, and then the King of Wands, which is that adventurous spirit that wisdom kind of met with passion. Okay, so the interesting thing for me here is that this transition that seems to be accumulating throughout the week, is moving quickly. It's causing a deep and profound change. It is bringing you back to something very true and whole for you. And it seems like it's the overcoming of a lie. It's the overcoming of a falsehood that you've held as true in an effort to belong, get your needs met, or please people that you care about. The Strength card following that with the Fool and the King of Wands tells me that you're, or we, I want to say we, because I feel like in collective readings, while this can apply personally to individuals, this is apparently a process that many of us are going through at once. And that's how they feel to me as I read them every morning. But the Strength card is about being able to steer and guide the actions of your more wild aspects. So having some sort of, I don't want to say control, but that's the word that's coming to mind, some sort of input or creative control over the part of you that wants to lash out, express anger, rise up in, righteous rage of any kind. That part of you has to be accepted, but also put into its perspective. And it seems like whatever it was that you went through, or we went through, that was deceptive and cutting in that way, because the Seven of Swords always makes me feel like it's a form of manipulation that kind of cut our egos down, or cut too deep into our emotional vulnerability, and therefore we kind of end up feeling like, well, there's nowhere to go with this. There's no way to heal this. This is just now something I can't unsee, so to speak, or unknow. And then the Strength following it tells me that emotional response to this event, to this experience of feeling through that deception or that trickery, your response to that is now well within your ability to understand, and therefore it does not need to become an overreaction. The Fool is taking a leap of faith. It's starting at the beginning. And then the King of Wands, with a sense of adventure, with a sense of what's possible. What can I create? What can I enjoy? 10 of Wands, putting down that burden. 2 of Swords. Again, yes, yesterday I came up with a whole bunch of these cards. It's like that 10 of Wands, that familial pattern. I'm telling you, this is a familial pattern or a societal pattern that so many of us have engaged in and participated in. It probably has something to do with the way we relate to having our needs met or feeling abandoned. And the 2 of Swords is that I don't know which way to go with this, except once you're free, you have more than 2 options. Once you put down that burden, there's a third way forward. We just don't know what that third way is yet. The Emperor comes in to provide that information, that overarching wisdom, that history and experience that the Emperor carries with them is the energy that we need to know how to move forward. The thing with the Emperor is the stubbornness factor. It's like you can rely on people who are older or more experienced than you to ask your questions, find your way forward. Just make sure you keep that information that they give you in line with all of the other information that you're learning. Because if you're too stubbornly focused on going one way or 2 ways, and that's all that there is available, you're going to miss out on the truly heart-informed, heart space informed choice. And while I don't know, I don't tend to believe that we miss out on much that's meant for us, but there's this experience of, you may look back on your process and think, why did I resist this so hard? Why didn't I just know what to do and move forward? Well, everything in its good time, but it's coming. Your information's coming. It's on its way. The Hermit, what you know within, that sort of solitary self-understanding, that illumination from the inside, and then the Moon, which is often read as the murky path, the needing to be led by intuition because your outside vision isn't clear. But the Moon and the Hermit together tell me that your inside vision is clear, and that's the only clarity you need. So what you know about yourself and about your past and how you showed up in all of your circumstances is the information that will help you once the Emperor energy shows up. So that can show up as a person with information for you, or it can also show up as an energy, like an inspiration of some kind that seems to come out of nowhere or seems to come from history. Don't be surprised if, let's say you're an artist and you're trying to find your next project, or you're blocked in some way, and the inspiration comes from something having to do with historical artwork or landmarks or different types of craft. I'm seeing a pottery, literally. I'm seeing pottery in my head, old ancient shards of pottery that inspire someone to create new works. It's kind of like that. And then the Lovers again. The Lovers keep showing up as well. And again, I'll say it's also representative of a choice. The Lovers can be a partnership, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic partnership. It can be any kind of partnership, but it can also represent the choice between the solitude of the Hermit or the togetherness of the vulnerability that you're now able to access, the connection potential. I like the Lovers showing up so much because it does have a bit of a dreamy quality, and that sort of 6 of Cups esque sense of almost what's the word I'm looking for? Naive hope, like that, oh, everything can be better now thing that the Lovers brings with it. That makes me really happy. So this is good. I'll leave this here for today. I hope everyone's doing well. Again, please subscribe if you like my style, and I hope to hear from you in the comments. Have a good day.